You can't spoil your kids by giving them things. Let's say that you were worth $500 million, man.
Okay.
And here's $500 million. Well, I don't want to spoil them by giving them things. You never spoil children by giving them stuff. You spoil children by not requiring them to take the responsibility that they need to have appropriate to their age. So I love to talk about bringing up children in the sense, in the early years, you put them in a stall. Very limited, you feed them in that stall. Then they get a little older, you let them out in the barn. And then you put them in the corral. Then you let them out in the pasture.
Right.
Then one day, Mac, the fence comes down in the pasture. But in the process, many times I know in your life, your mom, she let you out of the stall and put you in the corral, let you in the pasture, but sometimes she said, Mac, come back out of the pasture.
Right.
You need to spend more time in the corral.
And those transitions happen at different ages for different kids.
Different ages, different people, different situations, different environment. But that's where parenting has to be so sensitive and appropriate to that person, because as you said earlier, all of us are wired differently. And we're trying to figure out how our kids are wired and push them in that direction. And you know, with my three sons, I mean, Ed is creative. He's a wild man, always been a wild man.
It's part of his charm.
It's part of his charm and his giftedness. Ben has been the scholar, and Cliff has been the person who sees long visionary things and understands almost a spiritual insight. All of them have some of that. And what we had to do is figure out how God had wired them and encourage them in that area. Out pops a musician, Cliff. I mean, what in the world is that doing in our family? Out pops someone who's a humorist, a master storyteller, a visionary. That's Ed in our family. And out pops a genuine scholar, and that's Ben. And all of them have some of that. But parents have to see what is there and encourage that and let them run and let them develop. That's parental leadership.